What's up guys, my name is Marwa, and in this video I just want to show you how to pick or how to find a date in Cuba. I mean, let's say you're in Cuba, it's your first time in Cuba, you don't know anybody, but you're trying to find somebody special. Yeah, it could be a girl, it could be a boy. I mean respectively. Let's say you're a boy, you're looking for a girl, and you're a girl looking for a boy. And so I want to tell you a story, and this story I'm sad because it's funny that I'm doing a voiceover to this video because it's just the nature of how things happened, and I was unable, or it couldn't happen the other way, because I was just recording videos in Havana, Cuba. Then this one beautiful girl showed up in the scene, and so this is what happened, and I felt like I just want to tell you this story because maybe it can help somebody somewhere someday, you know. Yeah, so the video starts when I see this girl like in an internet spot. So actually where she came from a building, or this area where she's sitting right now. Yeah, you can see I'm zooming in. Yeah. So I was just zooming in, but I realized something. I realized like she had noticed us. I was me with some friend also. So I realized she was the other side of the road, and she had noticed us, and she actually like wanted like to get our attention. You understand? Yeah. I know this is sad because I'm telling this story from one side, that is in my perspective. Maybe from her perspective it could be different, but I'm telling you this because I felt like this is what was really happening on the ground. So she came, my camera is huge, she could see it, and she sat in front of my view. So let's say the camera was looking at her direction. So I decided to go and tell her, hey, what's up girl? Actually I'm recording something on my camera, and I feel like you're right here distracting it, and I don't know if you're ready to be on my video. Then she was like, what are you saying? I was like, look, that's the camera right there, it's recording, and I'm trying to shoot a time lapse here, and I'm just like trying to capture the road and the vehicles and everything. But this girl is a supermodel. But she was like, so what should I do? And actually you can see she was not giving me her attention at all. She was totally checking on her phone, and I was like, okay girl, let me pick my phone out because this is how it goes. But I realized she was ready for me. She was totally ready for me to do something. And I tried asking her if she has WhatsApp. She was like, no, I don't have WhatsApp. Even I don't use WhatsApp. And we talked, and you realize in this situation is I'm trying to create a foundation. I'm trying to create a conversation like out of nowhere because it's just happened. So I pick up my phone, I open my phone, I ask her if she has Instagram, and she was like, yeah, I have some Instagram. I told her, okay, look, this is my Instagram. You can put your, I don't know what we talked actually there. I can't really remember exactly, but I told her about like social media, like I do videos and stuff, and she was so interested. Then we talked, and you can see she's trying to touch my phone and try to see what is happening here. But I remember this time I was like telling her, you should give me your number or your WhatsApp so that we can still talk. And actually she doesn't have a WhatsApp, but that moment there I convinced her to you know, to have a WhatsApp, because in Cuba they have something they call, I don't know, emo or amo. But it's funny, this is typically how Cuban girls behave. Like these girls want you to chase them around. They're not those type of girls like this other side of the world where you talk to a girl, she gives you a lot of attention, you create a conversation. No, in Cuba girls are like a little bit afraid. They feel like as long as they give you your attention, it means they are ready for you. Like you can do anything. You can take her home. You can plan something, like you can go out. Go out, you know what I mean by go out. or you can get laid. That's all I mean. And yeah, look at this baby. she wanted just to be in the camera. Yeah. So I talked to the girl. I tried to bring different conversation. I told her where I live. You see, I'm pointing. I'm telling her I live right there, but down. Like, I was living in a house near a hotel called Havana Libre. Then below it, that's where my house was. And it's funny because I had to tell her this, because if she left this spot and I left this spot, it would be very difficult for us to communicate again. Because in Cuba, it's not as any other country where you tell somebody, give me your WhatsApp number, I'll call you. Man, there's no internet. She has to come to this point again. And me, I look for another point which looks like this for us to communicate. Yeah. And we talked. Why did I continue having this conversation with her? I didn't want to be this type of guy who just texts the number and disappears. I just needed to create something we call a notion, or something I could call like a concrete foundation, so that even if I'm gone, she can still remember me. She can still remember, oh, I remember talking to this guy. And that's why I stick around, and I try to create that conversation, to cement it, so that even if I say, hello, I'm that guy you met in Malicon, actually this place is called Malicon. And this is where you should meet girls, like if you are dating. And even boys are here. And it's very different. Actually in Cuba, if you want to meet dates, this is where you come. In this wall, you can see where she's seated. Yeah, actually that's where you pick girls from. Yeah, so I talked to her, we talked, but she looked like this type of girl who didn't want to give me attention. But I realized she was giving me attention, because if a girl does not want to give you attention, she actually doesn't smile back. She actually doesn't even do anything. She may even go silent on you, even not even exchange any type of information. But I realized like she was so eager to know me, but at the same time she would use her phone as her, escape, like a distractor, showing you like she's less interested, she's not really into what she's trying to do. Yeah, so I asked her to show me her Instagram. She showed me her photos, and I feel like she's that supermodel from Cuba, those girls that have traveled. She told me she has traveled to Brazil. She also told me, yeah, we talked a lot actually. We talked a lot, and at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say in this video is, Cuba, dating is so different. Dating is very, very different. It's not what you are used to, where you meet a girl, take her phone number, then from there start the WhatsApp. Cuba, girls are shy, and they try to get intimidated by the presence of a guy, like trying to approach them. And you being in Cuba, because there's no internet, when you get that opportunity to take that girl's number, just know sometimes you may not even hear from her. Why? Because it's very difficult for them to access internet. It's not as easy as us. You see, like where she is right now, that's an internet spot. If she gets 10 meters from that spot, then her connection is done. Yeah, her connection is done. So I tried to talk to her. She was very nice actually. And you can see like she gives me attention, at the same time she breaks it away or she takes it away. You see, but I try to create the foundation. I try to make things strong, not just like, hey girl, give me your number, or hey girl, give me your Instagram. But man, I would say that's how Cuba is, and that's how to date in Cuba. You may think it's a joke, but I'm telling you, Cuban girls, they like this type of like conversation where a guy hits on them like, hey, what's up? Hey, mamacita, or not really mamacita, but like, hey, mommy, hey. They like that type of attention. In these other countries, when you call a girl like, she'll feel like, oh, why is this guy disrespecting me? Even maybe she would be like, damn, look at this guy. Where is he from? Yeah, so you can see this girl, like, she takes full of my attention, at the same time, she tries to hide it. And that's how Cuban girls are to date. I mean normal girls. I don't mean working girls, working in quote, like the video I made about love for sale in Cuba. I hope you guys watched that video and you saw the confession that the girl said there. But what I'm trying to say is, man, Cuba, you have to use this type of mode. This is the only trick that works in Cuba. You have to go like super crazy, like creepy in a way, try to build conversation, try to make it as long as it can be. And man, yeah, that is how Cuba, people date in Cuba. Yeah. So I talked to her, I took her number, I took, the problem is, even if I took her number, she was supposed to be on WhatsApp for me to talk with her. So I told her, yeah, make sure you talk to me, make sure you text back, make sure, And she was like, chill. So I left also, you see, I left in a very casual way, not even like a hug or anything. Why? You also have to show her, it's not like you're too super interested with her. You're not like, yeah. So bye, that will be the end of... All I need is you, baby, baby. But coming out. Thank you, see you soon. Bye.